Deine Geschichte,
dein Weg, dein Job.
A warm welcome to from Studio Ansage in the Bezirk Friedrichshain-Kreuzberg to the podcast Your Story, Your Path, Your Job, and your podcast about arriving and working in Germany. My name is Marilena Hatzadoniou, and today we have another special guest, another Greek lady like myself, Maria Dalla, a fashion designer from Greece, and we're very looking forward to hearing her story in a while.
Just go for it.
Just go for
Just
it.
go for it.
Just go for it. Deine Geschichte.
Dein Weg,
Dein Job.
How did you arrive to Germany?
¿Cuáles fueron tus primeros pasos?
War es schwer, einen Job zu finden?
Cuéntanos cómo es tu vida ahora.
4 women
3 languages.
Und viele
and many
Geschichten.
life
Y
stories.
muchas historias.
Just go.
Just go for it.
Just go
Just
for
go
it.
for it. Maria, hello.
Hi, thank you.
Thank you very much for coming to Studio Ansage and to this podcast and ready to tell your story. First of all, allow me to ask you, was it easy to find it?
Yeah, sure.
It's easy to navigate Berlin.
Yeah.
It's going to be a little bit of a strange podcast for us too, because we usually speak in Greek, right?
Exactly.
And now we decided we'll do this podcast in English
Mm-hmm.
because
Yeah.
your German is not quite...
Really fertig?
It's not fertig. It's not ready there. It's not ready yet. Exactly. But you're studying at the moment
Yeah,
German.
I finally have the time to study German.
Very good. And what level are you now?
B1.
B1. So you're doing a B1 and you're going to continue, and perhaps the next conversation we will have in German. That would
Yeah.
be great.
Yeah, that would be great.
So tell me a little bit, how come you came to Germany, and when did you come to Germany?
I came to Berlin 8 years ago because of the financial crisis in Greece. At some point, it was difficult for me to find a job, and well, you know, Greece is not that easy to support, let's say, the people. So I had to do something, and a friend actually asked me to come visit and stay at her couch for a while and see what's happening here and see if I like it here so I can do things. And yeah, so I did, and yeah, it was really difficult. I didn't really know people here, and there was not much money.
So you came here, you actually did couch surfing, although not through the app that's called couch surfing. But you
Yeah.
slept at a friend's couch
Yeah,
who
yeah.
invited you. For how many months did you stay on her couch?
1,
1 month.
and then another friend, and then I had to find a place. It was really difficult. It is really difficult anyway, housing in Berlin. Back then it was a bit easier, but I didn't know how to search. I had no idea where to start from. So yeah, from friend to friend, from, you know, everybody has to talk to people, ask for information, and that's how I got my first WG or my first job, and yeah, that was the beginning.
So if you take us a little bit time-wise, it was 2016 about?
Exactly, before Christmas.
Just before Christmas.
So it's exactly 8 years.
It's exactly 8 years ago that you came here. Now the crisis in Greece was already ongoing.
Yeah.
So you had tried to work in Greece, and it was not working anymore. And you said, I'll give it a try. I'll go to Germany. In worst case, I can go back.
Exactly.
Okay.
That's how it happened. I had my job there, and it was not easy. From at some point there was no job actually. So yeah.
And your job there, which means Greece, which was in Athens, am I right?
Yeah.
Although you're not from Athens originally, you are from
Larissa.
Larissa. Very nice. And you
Yeah.
were working in Athens. And what was your job originally? You're a fashion designer, is that?
Yeah. But I was working as a barkeeper or whatever to pay the rent, because fashion designing is not actually, doesn't give so much money, and it's a bit difficult job.
It's a difficult industry.
Exactly.
In Greece and in Germany, or is it?
In Germany, I never tried, to be honest, and I kind of lost my interest now, because I think here there's more opportunities. Just making clothes, it's not enough suddenly. In Greece, it was like, oh yeah, I want to be creative, I want to do stuff, but here, I don't know, the city has another rhythm.
That's interesting.
Very.
So Berlin, because often people have compared as well Berlin to Athens, and I've heard sayings like Berlin is the new Athens or Athens is the new Berlin.
Really?
But you find that the rhythm here in Berlin, you find it different.
Yeah, of course. Berlin is huge. Athens. What is Athens? Just a Friedrichshain in Berlin, or?
Okay, I never saw it from that perspective. I always thought they're very similar. They're very big cities, a bit chaotic. But yeah, I mean, it's very interesting. I've been now here also a little bit longer. I've been here since 1994, so 30 years. So I know the city better than Athens, actually.
I don't know Athens now.
Yeah.
The last time that I went to Athens, it was a totally different city for me.
So when you came to Berlin, 2016, you stayed at a friend's couch, then another friend's couch. What did you find first, a job or a flat or a WG, a room share?
I find both at the same time, but both were for a small, it was a WG for some months, and it was a job in a really bad restaurant. So both were for a short time.
For a short time, and then you had to start looking again for new ones. Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
And if you travel yourself a little bit back in time, what do you recall of the first weeks, of the first months that you were here?
Well, I loved the thing that it was so very cold.
It was cold and you liked that.
I liked it, and that's why I love Berlin. I prefer winter than summer in Berlin.
Oh, wow. One of the few exceptions here.
Yeah. Everybody was telling me, oh, you like Berlin in the winter time. Wait for the summer. I was, oh, yeah, let's see what's next. But it was really difficult. As I said, you have to meet people. You have to ask, to take information. In the winter time, nobody goes out. You are just alone in the park or wherever. It was a bit like, okay, what should I do? Where should I start? I wish I knew you back then.
So what were your first steps? What did you do? So you had this one friend?
Yeah.
Through her or him, you found other networks, or what were your steps?
Then I met another person that I knew from Greece, and I stayed at her place for a while. And she was her Mitbewohner, her
flatmate
was German, and through him I actually found a new WG. And many information about what should I do, where should I go. That was the first one. That was my first Anmeldung with this person, this German flatmate. I think that's when I felt a bit comfortable in Berlin, not in a different couch every week or whatever. And I found like a job as a cleaner, but it was not for like a month or something. It was for long. So
some stability came in, that
exactly.
You knew, I'm going to stay in this flat for longer. I have this
Exactly.
job. So, and the job as a cleaner, it was paid by the month. So you had the social insurance as well, and you had
The stability, as you
the
said,
stability, which is very important. And a lot
especially,
of sorry, go ahead.
especially with health insurance, as you mentioned. If you don't have a health insurance in Germany, it's a bit difficult.
And it's actually not many people don't know this, but here it's obligatory to have a health insurance. Sometimes people work freelance and then they manage to kind of escape, but it's not really, it's a must
It's
to
not
have a
working,
health
yeah.
insurance.
Mm-hmm.
And I think it's very good also if you have, was it a full-time job at the time?
Yeah. Thankfully, I like cleaning.
Yeah, no, and it's really important that that you have the stability, you have the insurances, you have the pension, and
Yeah, it's really, this is the basic.
then you have you are at ease and can start looking for what you really want.
Yeah, kind of, yeah.
Did you stay? How long did you stay in that job?
Not much. I like cleaning, but this was like...
Too much.
Yeah. Of course, I did more cleanings in the future, and as I said, I like it, but as a job, it's very difficult. And yeah, it can cause problems to your body, and it can also... What is that? I couldn't focus on my dreams or my progress, or I couldn't focus on learning German.
Mm-hmm.
Also, the WG thing, the housing here is so very difficult that, you cannot stay like forever in a WG.
Yeah. You didn't have
So-
time for yourself in order to develop the path you
My
want
life.
to go. Mhm.
Yeah, exactly.
Mm-hmm. And what other jobs did you have? If you say that after the cleaning job, what other jobs did you look for?
Whatever, to be honest. And with only English, you don't have actually many opportunities.
Mm-hmm.
So I was doing just difficult jobs that nobody wants to do, like DHL, DHL,
Mm-hmm.
warehouse, or yeah.
So you were working with the German Post, with the DHL in the warehouse, in the
Yeah.
logistics. You were
Exactly.
okay. That's also, but it needs a little bit of physical strength.
Yeah. But also in Berlin, I think everybody's doing sports,
Uh-huh.
which helps. So yeah, it was difficult, but okay, it was not forever. Also,
But it's also stable, and the pay is relatively good.
yeah,
Relatively
Exactly.
good.
exactly.
Okay, very good. Thank you.
You're welcome.
And today, if you think about today, how is your life today? It's 8 years later, you're still not in the job that you wanted to be. But now, how is your life today? Is it a little bit different to when you came in 2016?
Of course, it is. It's difficult, as I said, because of the language mostly.
Mm-hmm.
And that's why I try to leave sometimes. But Berlin is unique, so I came back. And of course, it's super different now. I know how to do things here. At first, I had no idea.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, now I have to deal only with the WG thing. And yeah, it's nice that I finally have the time to learn German, as I said, and this feels very comfortable to understand what is happening.
And when you said you tried to leave, did you go where? You went to another city in Germany?
At first, I went to another country.
Okay.
I stayed there for some time. I went to Ireland, and
You went to Ireland. Okay.
I realized it's super expensive country.
Okay.
And then COVID happened, and then
While you were in Ireland,
yeah,
COVID hit.
Yeah. And I had to make a decision because I couldn't stay there. Like I was working as an au pair,
Mm-hmm.
so I didn't want to spend like so much time with these people, which is great. The people were great, but it's not my family.
Exactly.
So I had to leave, and I decided to come here because I kind of knew that things in Greece would not be easy. So yeah, I came here, and yeah, that was an adventure for everybody. So
And how long did you spend in Ireland before coming?
6 months.
So you were 6 months in Ireland, improved your English in a way?
Kind of, because they don't speak exactly English there. But yeah, it was better than no German in Berlin.
And then you came back to Berlin.
Mhm.
And did you still have your flat, or did you
No.
have to start looking from
Of
scratch?
course, I had to start look again and from the beginning, because it was
And during Corona?
yeah, it was a chaos actually back then, like for everyone, not just me.
For everyone. And how long did it take you to find a place to stay?
No, the place I did find something easily, or things with jobs and stuff. It was okay, but everything was. I mean, I wanted. In Ireland, I said, okay, go back to Berlin and focus on learning German.
Mm-hmm.
And this, which was the big plan, couldn't work because it was, schools was not working.
People were
Nothing.
not talking to each other. When they were talking to each other, they were wearing masks, so you
Yeah.
couldn't even see the
Mm.
the face, so you couldn't guess what
Understand,
they're
yeah.
saying, or the gestures, or that must be hard.
I think it was for everyone. I thought it was, this is so difficult for me, but everyone had a difficult time back then.
Corona, for sure, Corona was a very weird time for everyone. For
Exactly.
some people, it was worse. For others, it was better.
Yeah.
For me, I took almost a breather. It was, I almost, forbid me to say that, but I almost enjoyed Corona because I had to slow down.
Yeah.
And I enjoyed the slowing down and not being able to do a lot of things. I enjoyed that immensely at the time.
Yeah. Many people needed that.
Needed it. It was like a welcomed break. But of course, if you just come to the country as a newcomer,
I was planning traveling. I wanted to go to Great Britain, and I don't know where else, and see what should I do. And yeah, I had to cancel everything and run back to Berlin.
but interesting. So from Ireland, and Corona hits, and you come back to Berlin. For sure, you thought also going back to your home country, going back to Greece.
Not really.
It didn't cross your mind.
I was thinking, what should I do? Where should I go? And I remembered these late years in Greece, how bad it was. And I thought, no, I am going to Berlin, which will be difficult, but it's the kind of life that fits better
Hmm.
and
The
feels
framework was for you at the time better, and you chose to, although you knew there's going to be difficulties, and you knew it's going to be not easy to find a flat or find a job,
better. Exactly.
you chose Berlin. Very interesting. And if you think back, if you compare 2016, first time you come to Germany, you don't speak German, but you also don't know anyone. You don't know the system. And then 4 years later, yeah, just before, or 4 years, 5 years later, you come back again to Berlin.
Mm-hmm.
How was it then?
Well, at first I thought I was living like in a bubble
Uh-huh.
at the beginning, but after Ireland, I was more how can I say, more sure about me, because I know that many people speak just English in Berlin. It's not like impossible to make it with just speaking English, but English is not my
It's not your mother tongue?
exactly. So it's not for me. I should learn German. I knew that, and I thought that will be your focus now that you're going back.
So you want to learn German also to be able to emerge, to be
To
able
make my
to
life
live
easier,
here.
yeah, to make my life easier here.
And understand a lot of people, because English you speak already. So then you will be able to speak also with the people who don't speak German.
Exactly. And finding a job is very important to speak German, especially if I want to work with clothes, maybe, for example. Yeah, I need to know German, like very good. Not the silly German that I speak now.
Yeah, well, we spoke a little bit of German. Mostly we do speak Greek when when we meet. But tell me a little bit about this ideal job, knowing that there are no perfect jobs, but what would an ideal job entail? What would it be like? So, not as a fashion designer, but something to do perhaps with clothes?
Maybe. To be honest, I never thought about, okay, what's your job now? And I had in my mind that, okay, first learn German.
Mm-hmm.
See what options, what the city needs.
Mm-hmm.
I know that they need like doctors, okay, but I cannot be a doctor. But there must be something that I could do. I just don't know it yet.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe selling clothes, yeah, okay. It's something that I did in Greece, and it was fun, and that's my talent, to dress people, make them look nice. But, it feels not enough now.
It feels not enough. You want to do something more than perhaps design the clothes that you're going to sell, or you would like to...
Not again.
Not again.
Not again.
So first of all, also, you want to really learn the language, build up your network.
Exactly.
Tell me, because perhaps this is also very interesting for our listeners, where are you learning German? Because you have now a very nice opportunity to learn German with an organization that offers lessons free of charge?
Yeah, it is free. And well, I was a bit lucky there because they don't accept European people. They are helping people from other countries.
Okay, so non-EU people, please open your ears now.
Yeah. It's the name is KUB. I think you know better what that letters
It's KUB.
Yeah.
And we're going to link the organization in the show notes, so for anyone who is interested.
Exactly. And this organization helps not just for learning German. It's people from other countries, from Africa or from USA, Asia, I don't know, whatever they need to, whatever help they need, they can ask there. They are very helpful. They are very friendly. I don't know. I'm so very pleased, and that's how I started speaking German actually, because I was in other schools as well. But these people are really helpful.
Really helpful, and you have in a class, you have classes. How many people are in their class?
It depends, but it's around 5 to 10 people in every class.
In every class, in different nationalities.
Yeah.
So the common language in the end is German.
Yeah.
Which is very good.
Important.
Very important, and it's free of charge. So it's a service, it's a project that they have, and they help you learn the language, also look for a job?
I don't know, but this maybe has to do with the level of German, because now, like very recent, my teacher, he talked about, hey, here are some opportunities for you. Look, search for that, look at that. So maybe it's the what is that, like the next step or
the
something.
Next step and the next level. But you also, you're always very welcome to come to the workshops from Just Go For It.
I will, thank you.
And we will help you and support to set up your CV and to give you tips and tricks on the job search.
Thank you very much, I will.
Thank you. So, again, with all that, and I think really, I really admire your determination. You came to Berlin, you said, I don't care, I don't mind what kind of job, I want a stable job, I want to arrive here, I want to have time to learn the language. You went away, you came back. Very, very powerful personality. Now, if you think back, the one tip, the one idea.
Learn German.
Learn German.
First step.
Learn German. Before you come to Berlin, would you say, or you can do it also when you're here?
I think here is better.
Here is better.
Because you listen German. When I was in Greece, I tried to learn some German, but it's not easy. I have friends that they started lessons there in Greece, and when they came here, the things were totally different. Because, okay, I learned something, but in real life, it's totally different.
In real life, it's totally different. I think perhaps the mixture would be the best. Learn the basics in your country.
Yeah.
Don't waste your time with learning the basics here. And then practice, have the conversation with people here, because we have many people who speak German in Germany. Although we have more and more who communicate in English as well.
Yeah, especially in Berlin.
Especially in Berlin.
You know, because of the housing, I sometimes moved in Leipzig. And
you were living in Leipzig as well?
For a year. But I wasn't speaking any German.
In Leipzig?
So it was not a good idea.
You spoke more English in Leipzig?
I didn't know how to speak German in Leipzig.
Okay.
So it was very difficult with my English, not jobs, not nothing. It's not working. So I came back and,
Okay, because
German,
not so many people speak English in Leipzig, so you had to speak German. And if you,
but in Leipzig, nobody speaks English.
Yeah.
So
you came back to Berlin. And 1 year you were in Leipzig.
One difficult year I was in Leipzig,
Wow, fantastic. Thank you for sharing. Thank you for sharing your story. It's incredibly, I think it's motivating also for people who come here and have. I met, like, just today I was at the Volkshochschule, and I met some people who don't speak any German, and they were looking where can I do German lessons, etc. And many people who come here trying to build a future, and they think, the language will come.
No, it's the number one.
It's really the number one, and it takes time, and you don't learn a language that quickly, and
especially German.
Exactly, and depending on what you want to work in, you may need a better or a lesser level.
But really, I think this is the first step.
And okay, first step, learn the language. Can you give us another tip? Second step?
Meet people.
Meet people.
Even with
Build
English, even with your native language, I don't know, just communicate.
Communicate.
That's basic. This is how you can find a WG, for example, which is really difficult. As I said, housing in Berlin is not funny. I mean,
it's true, no? Go through the communities. It could be your language community or your country community or your fellow countrymen and countrywomen who will offer you a job or a flat share. Okay, but first of all, learn the language, learn German.
That's my suggestion. That's basic.
That's a basic suggestion. Fantastic, Maria. Thank you very much for joining us today and sharing your story. And for everybody else out there, if you have a story and you like to narrate it to us, and you'd like to do so in English, in German, or in Spanish, do write to us. We will link our email address in the show notes. And we're looking forward to the next story. Thank you very much. 4 women,
3 languages.
Und viele
and many
Geschichten.
life
Y
stories.
muchas historias.
Just go.
Just go for it.
Just go
Just
for
go
it.
for it. Danke an Studio Ansage für den Raum und die Technik. Vor allem Hans und Daniel für die Aufnahmeleitung. Danke Svantje Reuter für Expertise, Mut und Zuspruch. Und natürlich unseren Gästen. Dieser Podcast wurde produziert von Just Go For It und unterstützt mit Mitteln des Projektfonds Kulturförderung Friedrichshain-Kreuzberg.